Engines are roaring, and so are we. Let's explore the latest in automotives. You know, folks, I've seen a lot of crazy things in my garage, but some things just make you scratch your head and say, how in the heck did they do that? Today, we're diving into the world of tiny cars with monster engines. If you're as obsessed with cars as we are, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for more videos that fuel your passion. Now, let's rev up and explore this pint-sized powerhouse. Now, you might be looking at this little fella and thinking, Jay, that looks like it could be a strong gust of wind away from blowing into the next zip code. It's so tiny, it almost seems like a toy rather than a real car. And you know what? You wouldn't be entirely wrong. These little guys are known for their lightweight and compact design, which makes them incredibly nimble but also a bit vulnerable to strong winds. This, my friends, is what we call a K-car, and it's about as small as cars come. K-cars are a special category of vehicles in Japan, designed to be economical and easy to drive in crowded urban environments. They're everywhere in Japan, zipping around cities, fitting into tight parking spaces, practical stuff. These cars are perfect for the narrow streets and limited parking spaces you find in big cities. But this one's got a secret. It's not just any ordinary K-car, it's been given a special treatment. You see, some folks, they look at a car like this and see limitations. They see a small engine, limited space, and think it's only good for short trips around town. But others, the real gearheads, they see a challenge. They see potential. They see a blank canvas just begging for a healthy dose of horsepower and a whole lot of why not. They see an opportunity to transform this humble little car into something extraordinary. They start tinkering, modifying, and before you know it, this K-car is no longer just a city runabout. And that's exactly what we've got here. This K-car has been souped up, tuned, and transformed into a high-performance machine. This isn't your grandma's grocery getter anymore. Under the hood, it's packing some serious power, ready to surprise anyone who dares to underestimate it. This, my friends, is a wolf in sheep's clothing. It may look small and unassuming, but it's got the heart of a beast, ready to take on the open road with a roar. So what exactly makes this little beast so special? Is it the sleek design, the compact size, or perhaps the roar that comes from under the hood? Well, let's just say that popping the hood is like opening a Pandora's box of automotive insanity. You wouldn't believe the transformation that has taken place under there. Underneath this unassuming exterior beats the heart of a true monster, a 1,000 horsepower turbocharged V8 engine. Yes, you heard that right, a turbocharged V8 engine that could rival the power of some of the most formidable race cars out there. That's right, folks, you heard that correctly. 1,000 horsepower in a car that's probably shorter than your average refrigerator. Imagine the sheer force and speed packed into such a small frame. Now I know what you're thinking. Jay, how in the world do you fit an engine like that into something that small? It seems almost impossible, right? Well, it wasn't easy, I can tell you that. It took countless hours of meticulous planning, precision engineering, and a whole lot of sweat and determination. This is where the real artistry comes in, the kind of custom fabrication and engineering that would make even the folks at NASA jealous. Every single component had to be carefully considered and expertly crafted. We're talking about a complete overhaul of the engine bay, custom mounts, and some seriously creative plumbing to make everything fit. The level of detail and craftsmanship is truly astounding. And don't even get me started on the weight distribution. Balancing a car with such a powerful engine in such a small frame is no small feat. These guys had to become experts in balance and physics to make sure this thing didn't just spin out of control with the first tap of the gas pedal. They had to ensure that every ounce of power could be harnessed and controlled, making this car not just a beast, but a beast that can be tamed. The tires, the suspension, the aerodynamics, everything had to be perfect. This wasn't just about raw power, it was about creating a harmonious blend of speed, control, and precision. And after all that hard work, the moment of truth arrives. The engine roars to life and you can feel the ground shake beneath you. It's a symphony of power and engineering excellence. As the car speeds down the track, you realize that this isn't just an engine swap, it's a testament to what's possible when passion meets ingenuity. It's the engine swap of a lifetime, and it's nothing short of extraordinary. Okay, so we've got a tiny car with a massive engine. But how does it actually perform? Well, let me tell you, this little rocket ship absolutely rips. We're talking 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds. That's faster than a lot of supercars out there, folks. And with the right gearing, this thing could probably outrun a cheetah on a sugar rush. But here's the thing that really gets me about this car. It's not just about brute force, it's about the way it handles, the way it sticks to the road like it's glued to the asphalt. You see, when you've got this much power in such a small package, control is everything. The art of control. Now, taming 1,000 horses in a car this size is no walk in the park. It takes some serious engineering magic. We're talking about a custom-built chassis, reinforced to handle all that extra power. And the suspension? Forget about it. This thing's got more adjustability than a contortionist at a yoga retreat. And then there's the aerodynamics. You can't just shoehorn a massive engine into a car this small and expect it to stay planted at high speeds. No sir, these guys had to get creative with spoilers, diffusers, and all sorts of aerodynamic wizardry to make sure this thing doesn't take flight at the first sign of a stiff breeze. Trackstar or street legal? Now, a car like this, it begs the question, is it built for the track or the streets? This machine is a marvel of engineering, designed to perform at the highest levels. Well, the truth is, it could be both. It's versatile enough to handle the demands of a racetrack while still being street legal. I mean, can you imagine pulling up to a stoplight in this thing? The heads would turn and the whispers would start. People would be looking at you like you just landed a spaceship. The design alone is enough to make jaws drop. And then when the light turns green, boom, you're off, leaving everyone else in the dust. You're gone, leaving nothing but a cloud of tire smoke and a bunch of bewildered faces in your rearview mirror. It's a feeling of pure exhilaration. But let's be honest, a car this capable, it deserves to stretch its legs on a proper racetrack. That's where it can truly shine. That's where you can really push it to the limit, feel the G-forces pinning you to your seat, and hear that engine sing its glorious high-revving song. The track is its natural habitat, where every curve and straightaway is a chance to showcase its prowess. The precision, the control, the sheer power, it all comes together in a symphony of speed and agility. This is where the car's true potential is unleashed. And when you cross that finish line, you know you've experienced something extraordinary. Whether on the streets or the track, this car is a testament to what's possible when engineering meets passion. The sound of power. Speaking of the engine song, let's talk about the sound this thing makes. You know, they say that sound is emotion, and let me tell you, this car is an emotional roller coaster on wheels. With a custom exhaust system, it's like a symphony of internal combustion. You've got the deep rumble of the V8 at idle, the whoosh of the turbos spooling up, and then, when you really get on it, it's like a lion roaring through a megaphone. It's enough to make the hair on the back of your neck stand on end. Now, building a car like this isn't without its challenges. I mean, you're essentially trying to fit a square peg into a round hole, and then make that hole go incredibly fast. One of the biggest hurdles is heat management. When you've got a fire-breathing monster crammed into such a small space, things can get toasty pretty quickly. So these guys had to come up with some innovative cooling solutions, using things like larger radiators, oil coolers, and even strategically placed vents to keep everything running at the optimal temperature. And then there's the weight. You want to keep a car like this as light as possible, so they used lightweight materials like carbon fiber for the body panels, and even some of the suspension components. So you might be asking yourself, why go through all this trouble? Why build a car like this? Well, I think it boils down to one word: passion. These are people who live and breathe cars, who see the impossible as a challenge to be overcome. They're not afraid to push the boundaries, to break the mold, and to create something truly unique. And you know what? The world needs more people like that. People who aren't afraid to dream big and to chase those dreams with everything they've got. Now, you might think that this is just a one-off, a crazy experiment that nobody else would ever attempt, but you'd be wrong. The truth is, there's a whole underground world of these tiny, insanely powerful cars out there. We're talking about 1,000 horsepower smart cars, turbocharged Fiat 500s that could outrun a Ferrari, and even a Honda Odyssey minivan that's been transformed into a drag racing monster. That's right, a minivan. It seems that the sky's the limit when it comes to automotive creativity, and I, for one, am here for it. So, what does the future hold for these pint-sized powerhouses? Well, with the rise of electric vehicles and advancements in battery technology, I think things are about to get even wilder. Imagine a tiny electric car with instant torque that could spin the wheels at the drop of a hat. We're talking about neck-snapping acceleration in a package that could fit in your living room. And the best part? It would be whisper quiet, so you could sneak up on unsuspecting supercars and leave them in the dust without them ever hearing you coming. This tiny car proves that big things can come in small packages, and it's a thrilling reminder of what's possible when engineering meets imagination. What do you think? Would you take one of these pocket rockets for a spin? Let us know in the comments. And if you love uncovering insane automotive builds and engineering wonders, check out our other videos on Detroit Motor Marvels. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon to stay updated on all things automotive. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.